Hi Dave, this is your wee lesson on how to play Autumn Leaves. First we'll do a tune-up. So we need to get top string tuned to C, fifth string to G, fourth string to C, third string to F, second string to A, and finally top string to D. Okay, I'll run through the start of Autumn Leaves. There's a wee slight intro riff, goes into the big riff where we all come into, and then into the verse riff. All the notes in each riff is the same, it's just a sort of repeating riff. You just play each one a slight bit differently. We'll run through it once, then we'll go through it slowly. Okay Dave, go through then each riff slowly. So to start with, the frets that you're going to be playing is an open note, then on the third, this is all on the sixth string, so it's alternative going, and you slide up to the sixth to complete that. It's then repeated, but you go to the first. Okay, so it will sound like this. Tell a lie, we actually bend sort of both strings here, you're hitting, you get a real gnarly noise at the first fret. Okay, so that's the intro riff. Then we all come in, and this time you're hitting both strings, the sixth and the fifth, repeating. You're open onto the third, open onto the sixth, and open onto the first. So if we'll hopefully go through it. Okay, and then the verse riff just adds in a wee chug, and it's all palm muted, and you're really just doing this on the sixth string, so it's it's just important you get that wee in to start the riff off. So you're just doing a simple up down to get that wee chug effect. Okay, we'll move on to the chorus riff now. Okay, Dave, we'll go through the chorus section now. I'll play it in full and then we'll go through it slowly again. We'll walk through this slowly now. It starts out on the first fret, 5th string, and you're just doing a power chord. So first finger, 1st fret, 5th string, your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, 4th string, and your 4th finger, the wee pinky, on the 3rd fret, 3rd string, and you're getting the noise. Some people like the power chord like that, or like that. So it's whatever you're comfortable with. You're hitting those strings there all at once, so it's, and then a simple A chord, so it's open at the 5th, and then just where your finger's holding at the 2nd fret on the 4th and 3rd string, so it's. You then do on the 3rd fret, both the 5th and 6th strings down to the 2nd fret. So you're doing. And that wee bit is just simply your opens and your thirds on the 5th and 6th strings. Okay, so just so you can maybe see that a wee bit better. So just let me run through that again. It's you then go back to this chord, and that's on the 3rd fret, 5th and 6th strings, and then you come up to the 5th fret, 5th and 6th strings. So that wee section is final section. Back to your first. This time you go to a C power chord. It is then 1st finger on 3rd fret, 5th string, and then your power chord position on the 5th fret here on the 4th and 3rd strings. And that just follows down. Okay, so that's the whole chorus section. There is a bit, that's Finn's section. There's a bit where I just throw in one wee fill. I'll just run through it. Okay, those bends sounded terrible, but that's where you go. All I'm doing is and I'm picking out the notes of the chord. So it's on the 2nd fret, 3rd string. You're just doing a wee sort of hammer on trill thing, and then you go through the top 3 strings of the 3rd fret chord just to pick them out instead of going. You go. Hold on. Okay, and that gets you just a wee bit of extra flavour in the chords. The bends up here then are when Greg is playing here. I'm up here doing. Okay, so to do those wee bends, your first finger is on the 13th fret at the 2nd string, which is the same note as here, and you bend the 3rd finger, which is on the 15th fret, 3rd string, and you're bending up and giving a bit of vibrato. Make sure you hit 2 strings, and all you do is simply move that down 1 fret, because if you remember the chord sequence, so all you're doing is. Okay, that's a simple way of doing it if you want to go for that first. Okay, so you're moving between the 13th and the 12th on your 2nd string. But I know you can get those bends in, so. And that's it. So I'll just play that wee section itself. Let me see. Verse. Some of that playing sounds a bit out of tune or whatever. I don't think I'm used to sitting down playing this stuff. That's my excuse anyway. Okay, we're going to move on to, I'm sure, a part that has a technical name. I just call it the middle bit. It comes out after the 2nd chorus. It's the build up to the solo. And it's a nice chunky wee riff. It comes out from the it's that section there. So what happens the last time of last run through of the chorus, you play our 2 chords which are always in the chorus, and then you hold it here at the 2nd fret, and then you just chug on that, and that builds up. If you play along to the EP, that'll build up. Mark does his thumping drum build up, and then eventually we come into this riff. So it starts on the so all you're doing, 5th and 6th strings, at the 5th, 6th and 7th frets to do your wee run up. And then you're doing a power chord on the 5th fret, 5th string, and by now you'll know your power chord shape. that comes up to the 8th fret on the 5th string again. Hold on, I run through it because I'm getting lost. Hold on. So the first time you do your power chord again on the 5th, down to the 3rd on the 5th string. So let's I'll try and go through it a wee bit more slowly. Okay, so all you're doing, you're alternating the end of the riff. One time you're going down from 5th to 3rd. Next time round, you're going 3rd up to 5th. So it should all sound like this. I maybe got the alternation wrong in the slow section. That last section is how it's played. Apologies for that. Hopefully you can follow that wee bit. Okay, I have to apologise for this next wee section. This is Greg's wee lead bit. So technically I don't know it. Probably should have sat down and actually learnt it. So it's the wee accompanying harmony he plays along to the section. I believe it starts here. Okay, so it is on the 7th fret, 4th string. So you're doing 7th fret, 4th string, then 5th fret on the 3rd, and you're running. So 5, 6, 7, going up to the 10th, and then giving a lot of vibrato back at the 7th, and then you're doing a. So you're doing holding down 2 strings, 4th and 5th, on the 10th. So the whole thing should sound. I think that's it. Hopefully it is. After that, both of us then play this riff twice. That's where it then kicks off into the solo. Underneath the solo, you're just simply doing the. Verse. Solo, well, you can have a look at it, and then maybe someday we'll go into a bit more depth. It does start with these notes, the old 13th note on your 2nd string, but you're bending this one. Okay, so whatever fingering you want. They achieve that. It's a real gnarly noise that. Of course you have to play it right and make sure you're just hitting these 2 strings. Okay, so this is so much easier to play in practice. And that's he sitting down trying to talk about it. So I hope I'm not making too much of a Horlicks of it. Let's see, I'll just try and play the solo live. Okay, so technically it's simple because all you're doing is operating around these notes. There's a few pentatonic blues scale, to which you finish up here on the 19th on the 3rd string, then the 18th on the 2nd string, and then the 20th on the 2nd string. Those notes there. So I'll see if I can make a better attempt at that solo, because that was pretty rubbish. Okay, that's the notes. Make what you want out of that solo. Live, I stick to those core notes, and dear knows what comes out. If you can manage to play along the studio version, you're probably doing better than I can. I think that's the whole song. I hope you stick with it, and post us back a video clip of you playing it. Cheers, Dave.